Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take complex corporate filings and turn them into the juicy inside scoop you need to know to get ahead of the game. Today we're diving into an interesting filing from Aethlon Medical Incorporated, which is basically a company that is trying to make medical breakthroughs. Now buckle up because this one is all about a big change they're making to their company structure that could really shake things up for their stockholders. Don't forget, if you love getting these decoded insights, make sure you're subscribed and join our community over on Discord. The link is in the description below. Alright, so what we're really looking at here is what is called a Form 8K, which is like the Company S way of telling the public about some really important stuff that just happened. Think of it as breaking news from the corporate world. The most recent event they re-reporting on happened on the 16th of October 2025. This is the date the big news became official. The company we're talking about is Aethlon Medical Incorporated. They are involved in the medical field. And as we'll see, they've decided to make a pretty significant operational change. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. The main thing happening here is a change related to their common stock. This is the stuff that people typically buy and sell hoping the company does well. They have officially executed what is known as a 1 for -10 reverse stock split. What does that mean in simple terms? Imagine you have 10 cookies and after a reverse stock split you LL have 1 cookie, but that 1 cookie is now worth the same as all 10 were before. Basically, they are reducing the total number of shares out there, but making each share more valuable on a per share basis. Why would a company do this? The filing says it is part of their overall plan to manage their capital markets and operations. A big reason for this often comes down to staying listed on a stock exchange like the Nasdaq. Sometimes smaller companies find their stock price gets too low and exchanges have minimum price requirements to keep a stock trading. This reverse split is a move to boost that per share price to meet those requirements and manage dilution, which is when issuing too many new shares can make existing shares worth less. So when did this all go down? The reverse stock split officially became effective on the 16th of October 2025. Starting the 20th of October 2025, however, it is expected that their common stock would start trading on this new split, adjusted basis. Their trading symbol AMD will remain the same, but they will get a new QSIT number, which is like a unique ID for their stock. Now, a crucial detail is what happens to people who would end up with a fraction of a share after this split. The company is stating that no fractional shares will be issued. Instead, if someone was supposed to get a fraction, they will instead receive a whole share. This is a pretty good move for smaller investors, as it prevents them from losing out due to fractional share issues. Interestingly, and this is a key point many investors might overlook, the company did not need to get approval from their stockholders for this reverse stock split. This is permissible under Nevada law in certain circumstances, primarily when the split doesn't negatively impact other classes of stock, and when they handle fractional shares by rounding up to whole shares as we just discussed. This streamlined process is often used by companies to make these adjustments quickly. Let us look at the numbers more closely. Before this reverse split, the company was authorized to issue a whopping 60 million shares of common stock. That is a lot of potential shares out there. After the 1 for -10 reverse split, that authorized share count is dramatically reduced to just 6 million shares. This significantly tightens the supply of authorized shares. Now consider how many shares were actually out there before the split on the 16th of October 2025. There were over 7.6 million shares in the hands of investors. And after the reverse split, that number will be around 761,210 shares. This is a drastic reduction in the number of shares circulating. This is the core effect of the reverse split. It doesn't change the total value of the company, but it divides that value into fewer pieces, making each piece worth more. This section is all about the company's financial structure. They haven't changed the number of preferred shares they can issue, which is good to note. The main takeaway here is the significant reduction in the authorized and outstanding common stock. This part of the filing basically confirms that the changes we've discussed involving the certificate of change, which makes the reverse stock split official, are being formally recorded. It is like putting the official stamp on the paperwork. And here they mention Exhibit 3.1, which is the actual certificate of change document. This is the legal instrument that makes the reverse stock split a reality. Finally, we see the signature of James B. Frakes, the Chief Executive Officer and Chief Financial Officer. This confirms the report has been officially authorized and filed by the company S leadership. So what is my take? Aethlon Medical Incorporated S decision to do a 1 for -10 reverse stock split is a clear signal that they are focused on improving their stock, S market perception, and meeting listing requirements. This can often be a move to make the stock more attractive to institutional investors who may have policies against buying very low price stocks. However, it does fundamentally change the intrinsic value of the company. If the underlying business does improve, the stock price could continue to struggle even with a higher per share price. The big risk here is that if the company cannot demonstrate real business growth and profitability, the reverse split could just be a temporary fix that masks deeper issues. For investors, this means watching closely to see if the company can leverage this move to attract new capital and achieve its operational goals. Alright, that is our takeover of Aethlon Medical S latest filing. What do you think about this reverse stock split and the potential impact on the company S future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join the conversation on our Discord server linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.